So here's a video about pruning 2-year-old trees. This is a 2-year-old apple tree, but the principle is the same for 2-year-old plum trees or pear trees. 2 years old means it's been planted out and then side branches have developed. Now whether you've just planted it and it looks like this, or whether you planted a maiden last year and it's then grown on like this, the principles for pruning are the same. In the first few years after you've planted the tree, you want to create a nice strong framework. Now that means looking for nice wide-angled branches like these and avoiding more narrow angles like these. These nice wide branch angles are very strong and these narrow crotch angles are weak. We've got a few choices. We could either grow this tree as a centre leader tree, and this would be the centre leader. It would continue going up and we'd encourage side branching, and it would grow into a kind of pyramid shape, a bit like a Christmas tree. Or we could prune this tree and encourage it into an open centred tree, a goblet shaped tree. And that would be a simple cut of taking the middle, taking the leader out, opening up the centre. But whether or not we're going to have a centre leader tree or a goblet shaped tree, these side branches, we deal with them the same for the first couple of years. And the easiest thing to do is prune them back by about half. So choose a bud on the outside that's growing out away from the centre of the tree rather than in, and prune it back just a couple of millimetres above the bud. If the branch is too low for you, if it's in a place where you don't want it, bear in mind this branch will always be there. The branch doesn't grow up, it stays where it is. If that branch is too low for you, then you can prune it off entirely back to the stem. Going to prune these ones back by half. 50%, 40, 60%, it's thereabouts, it's not exact. But by pruning them back, you're encouraging fruit bud formation, you're encouraging nice strong branch angles to become strong before the tree starts fruiting, and you're encouraging kind of bushing out, so the tree becomes nice and well structured. If you've got little shoots like this, you can either ignore them or you can prune them off entirely. They're weak. In fact, that one is a weak one, so I'm going to take him off. There we go. We've then got to deal with the leader. Are we going to favour this narrow crotch angle here, which is actually competing with the main leader? No, we don't want that one, so we're going to cut it off entirely. And then we have to ask ourselves, do we want to promote a single stem, a single leader tree, centre leader tree, in which case I would prune it back just, again, by about half to a bud, which will encourage more branching and a strong centre leader. Or if we decide, actually no, we just want it as an open centre goblet tree, we'd prune him off there. And in fact, if I was going to do that, I might reduce this one back a little bit more so that it looks a bit more balanced. Balance is the key. So all these side branches now are fairly even. From pruning them back in half like that, we're going to encourage some fruit bud development, but also some side branching, some strong regrowth. It seems a bit brutal to be pruning them that hard, but it's the best thing to get a good strong structure in the first few years.